During the United Nations Climate Change Summit held in New York City last September 2013, the Philippine government reiterated its policy commitment to sustain, if not improve, its low-emission development strategy. In line with its low-carbon pathway, the Philippines committed to submit the first draft of the country's emission reduction plan by June of 2015. Commonly referred to as the Intended Nationally Determined Contributions, or INDCs, the plan ideally, and as may be appropriate, should show quantifiable information as to the base year, time frames, periods of implementation, and among other approaches and methodologies used for accounting greenhouse gas emissions and/or removals. As the first phase leading to the formulation of the Philippines INDCs, the CCC, in partnership with USAID, is leading the conduct of a cost-benefit analysis of mitigation options the government can pursue to achieve planned emission reductions. The study covers not only the costs for each mitigation action, but likewise benefits gained or realized from each action. Given the concerns on the costs of pursuing a target-based mitigation pathway, the CCC mandates that the INDC should be based on a well-researched, in-depth evaluation and analysis of available mitigation actions, the prevailing industry standards, and the corresponding costs for each option, as well as the quantification of co-benefits. The output of this cost-benefit analysis should provide the CCC with a basis to develop the least cost mitigation roadmap for the country.
The study builds on initiatives such as the UNDP's development of nationally appropriate mitigation actions, as well as ADB's strengthening capacity for low-carbon growth development in developing Asia. It will cover all sectors of the economy such as stationary power sector, transport, waste, industry, agriculture and land use, and forestry, and provide consistent, quantitative estimates of mitigation costs and benefits. It is anchored on policy pronouncements by the Philippine government as evidenced by the various laws that have been passed, such as the Biofuels Act of 2006, the Renewable Energy Act of 2008, and the Climate Change Act of 2009, among others. The study is likewise guided by strategies and priorities already identified in various supporting documents such as the National Climate Change Action Plan, the Philippine Energy Plan, the Philippine National Implementation Plan for Transport, the National Greening Program, and other studies or programs that clearly define the government's priority directions in each sector.
There are two major deliverables for this activity. First, there will be a cost-benefit analysis of an array of mitigation options across all sectors, quantified into the estimated emission reduction as well as the cost per ton of carbon dioxide emissions reduced. An equally important output of the study is a quantification of co-benefits, either for each sector or across all sectors. The magnitude of the quantification will be highly contingent on available data that can be used or extrapolated as the case may be.
The second major deliverable of this activity is a mitigation toolkit that will allow interactive analysis of mitigation scenarios and options. At the moment, the team is exploring the adoption of the Long-Range Energy Alternatives Planning System as a toolkit for this mitigation study.
The CCC has identified 2010 as the base year of the study. The planning horizon extends to 2030 in harmony with NEDA's GDP projections and will show policy implications until 2050. The team is composed of international and local consultants from each field of expertise, and the study is designed to be a highly consultative and participative process, with regular meetings held with different key government agencies. For the past 2 months, the team has been collating data or validating data already used in previous studies. Cognizant that data are critical to the integrity and credibility of the study, the team strives to ensure that the database being used are acceptable and recognized by the respective government agencies critical to the study.
As such, individual and focused meetings have been done with various government partners such as the different bureaus of the DOE, the relevant units of the DNR, the PSA through the BAS, the DOTC, and even industrial organizations for the industry component of the study. In keeping with the consultative character of the study, the team intends to hold a number of stakeholders consultations across the country with CCC as the lead. The first draft of the cost-benefit analysis will be submitted by April 2015 and consultations held thereafter. In-country capacity building will be carried out through a series of hands-on workshops to be designed by the team in close consultation with the CCC and other government agencies. The capacity building activities will cover both the development of the study itself and the use of the mitigation toolkit.